Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry.
Shit.
I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
How your game going over there? Just started. Yeah.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Faking the give. Now Watson.
And my struggle lead right now.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And right away he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession.
Wow.
Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
Man open is Robinson.
Come on, Robinson.
Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Watson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merry. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Second and 9 now. Under pressure and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Randy Gregory from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Josh Palmer, 36 yards. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Just the game I need in order to get back on my feet.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right.
I mean, my losses haven't been bad in there. I lost to you.
Now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me
And a
for
nigga
that.
that's 7-0 right now. So,
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30
the Bears.
to 31.
The Bears, nigga. He
And a
just
lot of
beat.
times these plays, they either go for nothing.
I felt like I should have won that game. That's that game I felt like I got a
They got
hold
to
of.
the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Like, I don't think that he's a threat either. Like, he's
From the
6-0,
31, Watson. He's going to
I know
look
when I
deep
see
for
that
more.
nigga in the mall.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing the receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback, and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Watson. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Watson's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb.
Hey, didn't mommy say y'all about to do school?
Right there on the 1st down run.
Is that what
He
you
gets
done hit the
maybe
funny
3.
about?
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win.
Mylander. Mommy told you to go do. That's what she's saying. Go on.
And frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that one off the
Daddy be upstairs in a little bit, but you know you gotta do school.
Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it
Bottom
on the
line.
flat. Unfortunately,
Bottom
incomplete.
line.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
I just
This will be
got
the
what
8th
that
play of
nigga
the
was over there
drive. It's
saying.
3rd and 7.
He's over there mad because he's making him do school work.
Here's Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Did you watch my game
Commanders are
earlier,
going to take
man?
possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that Diaz had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Yeah, my bad. I'm over here messaging. Somebody said lock in before I tweak out. I'm like, what are you even talking about? No, it's not. It's in another league. And I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And then he said we played. I'm like, okay, well nigga, just do that.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him
on balance.
And he did.
Lock in before I freak out. Bitch, leave me alone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
If I don't have nothing else on my team, I'm going to have some
before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases.
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on.
You know what? I sure was supposed to be drinking water. My water is right there.
Drag routes just like this. They want
You're
to
right
get
about that.
And run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
You supposed to be done.
They go with Chum on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 21-0 our score after 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, Watson.
Wow.
Packers touchdown.
Who is that?
Jamal Agnew.
Jamal Agnew?
And the
Who did he throw like
make
that?
some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger.
Who the
getting
hell
away
got
from
through
them.
on my
They
team
needed a
like
drive
that?
like that,
Because
especially
you
on
got to
the
get
road.
cut.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now
Nobody thinks the Giants are going to pull off an upset.
All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
I want to vote for Giants, man. I really do. Especially because the Eagles, just because the Eagles have been so shaky.
Now to kick it off.
Yeah, nigga, you missed out on like 5 points. No, I missed the Minnesota. No, you ain't gotta get them all right. You get a plus for each one. That nigga Mel said, how do y'all be upgraded so quick? I'm like, nigga, when you get a plus Think about it, Mill. When you get in +2s, nigga, you can upgrade something. That's 34 points by just streaming.
Down to the 500 mark
like that
after 2
adds
straight
up really
losses.
quick.
And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building.
Oh my God, Stricker, you watching my stream?
Because if they were to lose here,
watch this play, bro. Watch the nigga get up from the ground and tackle my nigga. I don't know, understand how RG3 has poor accuracy.
I like the thought process
wow.
there. They connected on a
he has
big play, and sometimes you find the defense
accuracy.
So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Nigga, that was, I didn't drop back at all.
Is second and 10.
I was watching too.
They'll set up to throw.
Ah, damn it.
And down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Boy, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly
I don't like doing blitz. It makes me feel very self-conscious. I thought your ass was
exactly right. The running back had no shot.
He's got a man complete.
Ah, you suck. Get into the end zone, you piece of crap.
Sets up the 1st and goal. Robinson. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Robinson again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
Niggas don't understand what taking your points mean, man.
So with the missed
like,
PAT
nigga,
in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Nigga, unless it was just a shootout, bro, and I know that I can't stop your offense. Like if you hadn't been killing me, nigga, I'm one of them people. I'd be like, man, I gotta trust my defense.
Remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
Well, Mel, I figured that because, nigga, I didn't expect for you to be in a close game with Daryl.
Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's incomplete.
Oh, Strick, by the way, that out route that they sent your tight end on it, they made him miss. Madden is
and there's another example, another incompletion.
Against you. You just did it not too long ago. You sent your tight end on an out route, and they just, I don't know why they hate tight ends right there. Why do they hate those routes?
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
They hate that route, dog.
Here's Watson.
Get his ass down.
Down he goes.
And it makes no
Michael
sense.
Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks.
I would be okay with it if like it hits his hands and he drops it. Go straight through his hands as if like he just didn't see the ball or like it wasn't an accurate throw or something. I'm just like,
so a change of possession here on the punt, and it will be Washington football now.
That nigga's an NFL player. Like most NFL players don't let the ball, if nothing else,
out
they
there
don't
setting ready
let
for
it
this
just
next
go through their
drive. The
goddamn
Washington
hands.
offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far.
Damn it, man.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach.
Come on,
we
don't
asked
hold,
him because
nigga.
we saw
That's
the
my
forecast for this
touchdown.
game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 11. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
You're hot damn right. I tried to dial up the long one.
Because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move.
Well, I know I was back too far on that one.
And I think
That's
that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's complete to Traylon.
Oh no.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go now.
Nigga, I swear you gotta look and see just what these attributes are on here. Cause he got an X factor, bro. But you know who his X factor is over there? It's Josiah Scott. Like, if you don't, like, you might mess around and see X Factor and think that it's a real nigga out there until you look at him again and see that it's not. You know.
Josh Palmer with his second TD of the game, his sixth.
But that's the thing. Yeah, like, I mean, you can have superstars out there with no ability. How much did you beat Keith, bro?
Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Yeah, he got J.C. Jackson on the other side, but all my corners are equally bad, so I never really be like, oh, I don't know how he got them matched up.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to get a nice drive and help themselves out. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. He's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy on the flat. So many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6. And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive. Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there. Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. That's taken in by Dulcich. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business. Yeah, 230, 240 range. Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Wow,
the final shot before the break. Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Don't you turn it off.
So we've reached halftime here. What is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25.
Have you played that Bears nigga yet, Mel? No, you did play him already. He beat you, didn't he? Yeah. And have you? Oh, you played Chris the first game of the year, so we probably got our toughest games. We probably got our toughest games out the way.
And they're obviously right now.
Well, you still got to play strict too.
Comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah,
oh my God!
Out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one, and seeing how they just came out onto the field. It does appear like they're going to score points in this one. They look awfully confident.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down
is going
to get the momentum going again.
We're going to go ahead and leave him there.
On play action, they'll throw. On target to his man, Likely. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he'll be brought down.
I'm starting to understand so much better how to kind of play
They're still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand.
How to get routes.
Carrying it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't always see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, my gosh. I wasn't even running backwards, Madden. I fuzzy hate you.
Right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet.
Came back by 30 points.
I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Where's the job?
Look to throw again. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Caught on the slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. There's a quick throw caught out wide. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
So no gain on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And now since happy birthday.
So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too... And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Nah, Yay-verse made it for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man. I hear you. I hear you,
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I ain't mad at it, bro.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard
like
line.
It's still
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
I got this is on my chain, and it don't mean as many G's in the game as you see, so I need just at least one of us is me is on.
Right at the 50. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
And let's face it, they're not even watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Made that for me,
defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
That nigga
in this case,
back then
they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues
what part of it, though? Like, which one?
Just as critical to the passing attack.
Back, top, back ain't nothing but a young fool. 8 chase. I need to join the journey,
really generate big plays for an offense.
50. That's right, I got him super size. Passengers of red bone, or we look like some curly fries.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him. Bring it up 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Watson on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Yeah.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Put that nigga in the dirt.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Yeah, he said put that nigga in the dirt.
As that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Watson off play action. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Watson looks to throw again. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown! Ronald Jones from 4 yards out. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
That sounds like some very nice shit there, man. Nobody want to see him working out, man. Like
the Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw here.
oh my God.
Terrific there as that's
Madden, can y'all stop letting them bump my damn receivers,
that one was
please?
incomplete. It's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, shoot.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So every night I belong. I belong to my city, to my city.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins.
I never got into that.
This one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
I didn't. That was a song where they did the. I always got like an evil sense from that song. Well, it's that week in the morning in national team. Well, it's that week in the morning in national team. Believe! Yeah.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Yeah, no, I stopped. I never. I never even gave that song a time ago. It's certain.
The Packer offense
I don't
ready to
either.
get their next drive
I never
underway.
listened to it enough.
And you can
to
sort
even
of sense
begin
their
to, like,
dejection.
I never
That last
understand
pick
it.
six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, and what has been
It's
a
songs
rough
like
go for
that. You know what other song that always I felt like was just mad evil was
They begin this drive with Chubb. And
Murder on My
straight into a
Mind.
wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second
I
down.
always thought
This run defense has been pretty
I
stout
always
all
thought
game
Try
long.
Me
Now
was
you're going
really
to the
evil
fourth
too.
quarter. Just rely more
Tell
on
a
the passing
nigga try
attack.
me,
I don't think you
try
have any
me.
choice, and I don't think you have
I
to
get
dress
it
it
the
up
whole
at all
fucking
either.
time.
Throughout the first three
That, I mean, to
quarters,
me, that
you're still
reminded
trying
me
to
of like
convince
the devil.
defense that you may run
Like
the
I
football.
felt like that's what
That's out the
he
window right now.
like says to us.
Protect, let
Yeah,
your
like
quarterback
tell them try
operate.
me. I'll take you and your family, nigga. Like, and I ain't playing with nobody. Surround and try to catch it. I never. It was something about that song that I just was like.
All the interceptions and more
Yeah, I ain't bopping my
incompletions.
head to
It
that.
just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders
You don't like
don't
Big
take it away.
Sean?
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the
Two
field as
changes.
best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the
He
easy
just-
part of
he
the game
just
for them
says
because,
stuff.
just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is caught. He hits more.
What's
And
that
he's gonna
one?
have
What's
the
that one
Packers
part that he
first
said
down
in
as they
quarantine?
manage to convert.
He said
And that'll
something.
keep the drive
She-
alive. No
she
reason
did-
not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Doug,
In
like
Washington
Lotto,
territory
Lotto.
now.
But you know
Here's
what I
first
will
and
say
10
about 2
at the
Chainz is he can do a
48-yard
chorus.
line. They give the Chubb
So
after
he yes, that's what I mean. Like he, like Feds watching. I'm gonna be Christian said. Like he can make some nice. He can make some catchy hooks.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and
Beat it up, beat it up. Then I give him the head. Then I give him. Then I give him. I don't give him.
Because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Escaping the pressure right.
He still does that. He still does that to this day, though. Did y'all hear that song that he did with Pink? It's called Tater. Like Lenny Tater, they tried to redo the Beyonce song, but he said walking. He said something, but he was like, if you say more than once, I'm gonna make Aquafina.
took a shot as he let that
He's
go.
gonna make her wet, dog. Like, yeah, he's gonna make her wet, but it was funny by the way that he said it. Like, he said it like he just thought that it was heat, and I just was like, man, he got up. Like, how bad can you be?
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Oh yeah, they think it's heat. He like, oh man, I'm gonna drop fire on these niggas. I'm gonna make you Aquafina. What?
They will indeed snap it.
Come on, Michael. Wow. I need you to get better,
and
bro.
somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Money so old, it's going right here. Young money, baby. We make sure we ball so they fall like
the Washington offense.
And mama don't
They're
cry.
in control here as they start first and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game lose. He's got a man complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
I told my girl
they didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man,
I didn't like that part neither, though. Straight where that nigga talking about shooting grandmas.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He's going to let it fly.
Get on my level. You can't get on my level. You don't need a space shuttle or a ladder. That's forever.
And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
If not now, then never. Don't you ever fix your lips unless you trying to suck my dick, bitch. Swallow my words. Taste my thoughts.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
Inches I would have died in traffic.
His throw incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers.
Niggas like magic.
And they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them.
No, I'm up like by
today.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing.
I wasn't even a too biggest of a Carter fan back then, but that nigga was nice though.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He was nice.
Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is incomplete here.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered.
But Keith is never going to win. Keith ain't going to win no game by doing
an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 33.
It appears that they go man defense and went to the out route.
Actually, it's coming down.
Receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to
like
take
he really
on
be watching
the
niggas screens in the first place. Palmer had a good game for me this time. Yeah, he's my #1 receiver.